Hey everyone, welcome. If you are just catching me replay, I will be on again next Tuesday live. If you want to check out those details, look at the description down below. And if you want to catch me live, I guess, yeah. I say the same thing every time, and I can never remember. So tonight I'm jumping on a little late. Hey Marco! So I'm going to try to kind of make our overall reading, the group reading for everyone, a little bit shorter. Just had a late start to the night, but tonight we are playing with Astrodice. So I got these. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see them. Maybe. Focus. There you go. So Astrodice are basically a 3 set. So one set has all of the 12 signs on them. So they're all 12-sided die. And then the second one is all sorts of numbers. And so these are the houses. And then the third one has all the different planets. So I just bought these, and I'm trying to learn a little bit more about astrology. So I'm going to be using them tonight in our readings. They'll just sort of be like an extra thing that everyone will get if they send a donation. But yeah, other than that, I'm sort of updating kind of how we do donations, because I've been getting a lot more lately, and we've also been getting a lot more people live. And just to like keep myself from not taking forever, I sort of made 3 different tiers of donation levels so that it makes sense on like what you're actually getting for those donations. Like one question is $5, more question equals more dollars, but it doesn't mean you have to have 3 questions. It could just be that I go deeper into your original question. But yeah, guys, other than that, I do have memberships now. And so I just have one membership level, which basically sort of makes you stand out in my chat. And that kind of gives you emojis and like badges. And the longer you stay, the badge kind of like evolves, which is super cool. And I'm going to, oh my gosh, it's really hot in here. And so I'm leaving the door open, but all these lights are attracting all sorts of bugs. We'll see how long this lasts. Yeah, so those membership levels are there. I'm going to be introducing some new membership levels here in a bit. But yeah, let's get into the group reading. And by the way, if you guys ever are like, ooh, I like her cards, where did she get those? What are they? I always have those linked in the description down below, as well as all of like my social media links. If you're new here, or if you're watching replay and you're new, please subscribe. I would love to see you guys around more often. But let's go ahead and start with kind of the reading for everyone. And I set the intention, no matter when you're seeing this replay or live, that this message is for everybody. So it's just kind of a general reading. So we want that one. Ooh, okay. I never pulled that card before. Actually, I don't know if I updated my description with the most recent decks. How are you guys tonight? Who's in the chat room? I was worried I was going to catch you guys all too late. Alrighty, so first card for everyone. This is, Goddess Hera. So this is the, why can't I think of it? Greek goddess Hera. And this card is about alliance. So I'm getting that with everybody right now, even though I'm like, it's Mercury retrograde. Are we sure we should be communicating with other people? Yes. So if you're struggling with something, if you're trying to make something work, rely on other people. And I'm also getting like the romance card. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I kind of wonder if maybe this person that might be coming in to help you with romance, or might be a new potential romantic partner. And if you're already in a relationship, this can just be somebody you're really like attached to or drawn to. It could be a really good friendship. But right now I'm just feeling like being around other people is going to help you move forward. Nothing is yet. I feel like I want to pull more cards. I feel like I'm just getting a piece of what's going on here. Nothing is yet set in stone. What is this in regards to? Hang on. I can't just leave it here. I need to know more. Peace. I think we're all struggling a little bit to like calm down, and it makes total sense. It's like we're going back to normal and we're all stressed out. We're trying to get things done and we feel like we have to go. And these cards are basically saying it's okay, ask for help, find people around you to help calm down. Like I'm really getting like finding friends that are for your highest and best good is what I'm hearing. Like finding people that are going to better you and going to actually like assist you and not just like run you into the ground. Like friends that are going to be like, hey, you need to slow down. Like, let's go have a drink. Like that's kind of the opposite. I mean, like a drink in like a chill way, like, or let's go to the spa or something. So yeah, I think that's what that nothing is yet set in stone. I think that's like, it's basically saying the things that you're stressed out about, like they're not done with yet, and it's okay. It's not over yet. You don't have to keep stressing out about it, but for the moment, find some peace, and you can do that through hanging out with others. I feel like I just need a little bit more clarification. These bugs are attacking me. TikTok. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So, and I've been getting this message a ton lately. This is the TikTok card, and this is like, things are out of our control right now. Everything is like, has external influences. So if you're trying to push something and make something work, which makes sense with Mercury retrograde, it's like, let it go. Let it go. It'll happen on its own time. Nothing is yet set in stone, meaning that like whatever you do now isn't going to be like how it's going to be forever. You can let it go because things are still changing. Things are up in the air. Things are out of your control. So in the meantime, just find peace. Be around friends. And I just feel like this new romantic cycle begins is just like a very specific message for a few of you. If that's what you're trying to manifest, know that you're at the beginning stages of that. Hello, everyone. Hey, what's up? Hi, Cheyenne. Super well, I forgot to ask in the last reading, what's in my new future love rise? X returning. I'm getting so many bugs. And so if you're just now jumping in, I know you guys, I just like changed this tonight, but basically $5, one question. And I'm trying to do that because a lot of people are squeezing in a lot of questions for just like a small amount. So that's kind of the new rule. Obviously you guys didn't know that. I changed that right now, but I'll try to, for you super little guys, sort of answer that all in one. But that way I'm actually like spending, I feel like I've been doing an unequal amount of time for everybody. Anyone needing a reading? Lauryn is awesome. Thank you. I got a reading with Super Whittle Guy last week. Well, that was 4 questions. No worries. You're fine. I mean, you wouldn't have known otherwise. So, what's in my near future love-wise, X returning or new? I sort of see what you're getting at. I'll kind of combine those into one and sort of answer that all in one. Thank you for the donation also. Ooh. Okay. So I pulled the telepathy card, but notice how these 2 mermaids are both like in heart shape. Nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. Immediately for you, I'm getting, this is not somebody you've known. And I mean, I've done a reading for you, so I kind of know your situation, but this is not somebody you know. This is somebody new coming in, and right now you're being drawn to each other energetically, maybe. And then this card over here, Soul Cage in reverse. And I remember pulling this card for you in our reading, Super Widow Guy. I feel like this is like confirmation. No, that X is not coming back. Like we're still got that reverse card, still not happening. But I also feel like it's a sort of like a warning of make sure that the next person that you're attracting, this person that you're feeling energetically connected to, that they're not in the same place. We want to attract a better, higher vibrational person, somebody who's taking better care of themselves. You don't want to have to be their rescuer. And then let me just kind of look. Timeline-wise, I'm feeling like it's still a ways out. Like even a year. And I think it's because we need to let go of some of the old stuff. But I feel like with this card specifically, telepathy, and when it comes up in regards to like relationships, I'm feeling like this is about like setting the intention. It's like putting the energy out there. You're just in the beginning stages of starting to attract somebody new. And this is like the only way you can communicate with them is like telepathically. And so anybody out there who's trying to manifest a new relationship, you can like speak to the universe, speak to this person and be like, I'm ready. You know, I want this person to come in, place your order for a new relationship is what I like to say. And be very specific about what you want. And when I say specific, don't be specific in the sense of like, oh, they need to have brown hair and they need to be 5'5", you know, something like that. That's just silly. Thank you, Cheyenne. And I agree. So because of this card, I feel like you're at those beginning stages. But yeah, thank you, Super Widow Guy. And it for those of you, you kind of see both Cheyenne and Super Widow Guy, their names are kind of poking out. It's because they got my memberships. And I only have one right now, and it's just 99 cents a month. But it basically gets you like fun little emojis and badges. And so they all have like little eyeballs, and slowly those eyeballs will like open more and more the longer that you're a member, which is super cool. I'm going to add more levels. I'm pretty sure I know the next level. I just want to like meditate on it a little bit and like get some information on if it's a good idea. But yeah, let's see. Thank you, Lunchbox. 2 job interviews tomorrow. Woo! Will I get either or are they not for me? Immediately, I'm feeling like Lunchbox, like, make sure that you, like, debrief and, like, separate your energy and reset in between. Oh, these bugs are driving me nuts, but it's so hot in here. Okay, I'm just going to suck it up and cook myself. I don't want to be eaten. They're getting all over my cards. And I'm smashing them and their guts everywhere. All right, so 2 job interviews. Will I get either or are they not for me? So it feels like Lunchbox, you're coming at it from a... Oh, and I totally forgot about the Astrodice. I'll start doing the Astrodice from here on out. Sorry. Let's see. So I pulled the Orphan card and the What Do You Need to Release card. So this to me says maybe you're coming at it from an approach of lack. Like when I think of the Orphan card, I think of lack. Like I'm alone, I'm lonely, I don't have the things that I want or need. And when we do this, you know, going into a job, it could be that usually it's because we like need money, and we're not really thinking about, you know, is this a good spot for me? Which I think is exactly why you asked that question, because deep down you sort of know it's not. What do you need to release? And I think this is sort of, the cards that I pulled, your guides are giving you instructions with this. You can't really see it. But it's focusing on what do you need to release. What is that lack mentality? What is that what's that inner talk that you keep telling yourself of why you need to take these jobs? Now, don't go forward and say like, oh, screw it, I'm not even going to try with these interviews. It's always good to, you know, have something while you're trying to figure out what the next place is. And I also say that too, no matter what position you are in, you can always try to make it better. It doesn't always have to mean that you just leave and you're done. All right, so I'm pulling Astrodice. I'm learning the Astrodice, so give me a second. So I pulled, what is this? Sagittarius in the 6th house with Mars. Okay. So Mars is about taking action. Ooh, and Sagittarius is all about like wisdom and being smart. And then the 6th house, what is the 6th house? Literally day job, routine, and health. That is so perfect. So lunchbox, and I'll do this for you, super little guy, because I totally forgot. Let's see. So I'm really taking that as like being smart, act on decisions that you make, like really think and use your inner mind, that gut feeling of like, should I be here? If not, okay, what do I need to let go of? Where should I actually be? It's like really kind of up here and using both. I like to think of wisdom as both like your analytical, smart mind as well as your intuitions, kind of like that combo. And the fact that it's in like literally your job sector, it's like that's exactly what we should be focusing on. Yeah. And I wish I could show you these dice, but they're kind of hard to see. But I'm going to upload a video on how to use these eventually, but if you want to get them now and play around with them, I put a link in my description. What is your tat on your arm? It is the love for all living, can't remember, creatures is the most noble attribute of man. It is a Charles Darwin quote, actually. My commitment to try to be good for animals in my lifetime. You're welcome. Hey, Lori. So in a nutshell, trust your gut. Yes. So this one is just for little guy because I forgot to ask. So this is the 9th house, which is all about, and I'm learning again, travel. Ooh, and Pluto, which is about destruction. And then what is this? In Leo. Ooh, okay, so kind of how I'm feeling about that. We need to destroy something when it comes to, it's travel and philosophy. So for you, a little guy, looking at future relationship, we're looking at destroying things in our mind, things that no longer serve us, maybe old limiting beliefs, especially around like what this relationship should be. And the fact that you're doing it in Leo, to me, that's like, what is your outward appearance? Like, how do you go about doing this and presenting yourself? Like, Leos are very much like, I'm on stage, I'm putting a version of myself out there. So is there any part of you that can be let go, that can be any negative shadow aspect of yourself that you're like, you know what, this is probably not serving my love life or my relationship life, and maybe that's where we should be focusing first. And no, too, with these Astrodice, guys, I'm still learning, so if it's off, it's okay. I might be off. Awesome, guys. So basically what we do for readings is I do guessing games that are free guessing games, but if somebody sends a donation through Super Chat, or Venmo, which let me know if you do, then we kind of stop for them first. And I've got bugs everywhere. I'm broke. We'll stick around and try to do the guessing game. I think we're going to do that now because I'm all caught up. I won't start anything during Mercury retrograde, but I get it. You're welcome. I need $1 billion at least. Alrighty, so let's do a guessing game. I am thinking of a color. If you can think of the color that I'm thinking of, then you get the reading. I know, isn't Friends awesome? I didn't really dress up tonight, sorry. I've had a busy week. It's so funny how close you guys can get with some of this stuff. It's not red. I almost went for red, which is funny. You're thinking of the ugly poop green. No. Not yellow. Hey, why? Some of you have gotten so close. Great. Yeah, nobody's got it yet. Purple. Johnny Kemp, you got it. So Johnny, let me know one question that you have. Throw it up in the comments. Princess Butterfly, you were like this close. but I saw Johnny Kemp first. So Johnny, let me know in the comments what your question is. And you guys too, if you ever want to set up a full reading with me, you can do that through my website. I also have like short audio recording email readings. So it's like my cheapest option, and you can send me questions and I'll kind of record myself and then send you the recording, which I hadn't done one of those in a while, and somebody got one of those with me and I forgot how much I like doing those. Will my boyfriend get the job? Ooh, let's see. Which card do I want to pull? I want to pull this card. Have you ever met a witch? I know some people that have practiced Wiccan stuff. Like, I know people who are Wiccan, and then I know people who have kind of like practiced the things, but they aren't like necessarily Wiccan. And that's a lot of people. They just like, I mean, I even borrow some like Wiccan rituals just for fun. So, Johnny, I got bring love into this situation, and I also pulled this card in reverse. So, to me right now, and I could be wrong, the future is not, the future can change, but I'm feeling like maybe not so much. But bringing love into this situation, and then when I think about this, like supporting someone else, like with a job thing, it's like not stressing them out, helping them take care of themselves, helping boost them, like encouraging them, putting positive affirmations around it, talking about the whole thing in a positive way, not like oh my gosh, you really need to get that job, or, and not saying you're doing that, but and this can even be subtle. Like, this can be like literally sending love and light, or like imagining a Reiki bubble around this job, which I know sounds kind of silly, but sometimes that helps, especially like if you're moving into like a new house, or you want to heal something in your life, imagining this bubble of white light around it. So, Johnny, I would just come from this approach of throwing love at the situation, but maybe releasing expectations so you don't like make the problem worse if it turns out that he doesn't get the job. But yeah, I have to really restrict myself from pulling more cards so that's fair for everybody. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, super little guy. I almost became a witch for fun, but I didn't. Just like the Harry Potter movies. Bye. Alrighty, let's do another free reading because I don't think we have any more donations. So let's do, I am thinking of an animal. If you can guess the animal, then you get the reading. I was all excited to get this new tapestry in behind me, and it was like so small, and I'm like, do I replace it? Do I keep it? I can't decide. I'm thinking of an animal. If you can guess, you get the reading. Kangaroo. That's so specific. Awesome. It's not it. That's awesome, Johnny. Maybe that's just confirmation to keep that up. I had to remember what my animal was. Okay, I remember now. Warhawk. You guys are so creative. Nobody's gotten it yet. I also do coaching sessions, you guys. So if you're ever wanting to strengthen your psychic ability and you're really like struggling, maybe you're taking my courses, maybe you're not taking my courses, but you just need some advice or some help, I also have those on my website. Owl, cat, lion, bird, raven, wolf. No, nobody's gotten it yet. Oh. Come on, computer. Okay, Okay, think ocean. Give you guys a hint. A great place to start is my video courses if you are ever struggling with that, which I forgot to say. Not a whale. Once you guys get it, you're like, oh, that's so basic. Fish, Johnny Kemp, you got it again. So Johnny, kind of what I do if you've already guessed a free reading before, I just ask that you give it to somebody else just to make it fair. Otherwise, sometimes like people will be so intuitively connected and they'll guess like 4 in a row. So Johnny, throw out somebody's name, hand it to somebody else. That totally happens a lot, especially if you're just like super on point with your intuition in a certain moment. Princess Butterfly's like, I love you, Johnny. I have all my notes here on like the astrology, and I've like printed out all these little pieces of paper so I can help myself remember. Trying to learn it a little bit more. Yes, I can, Princess Butterfly. Look at that. All you need to do is throw some hearts. Alrighty. I nearly said clownfish, actually. That's funny. All right, Princess Butterfly, let me know what your question is, and I will pull one card for you. And hey, everyone, if you're just joining, I do sort of like free guessing game readings, but if you want to wait, or if you don't want to wait, if you don't want to wait, you can send me a donation through Super Chat or through Venmo, and I will pull a number of cards depending on how much you donate. And I also have Astrodice here, so I can give you guys just a little bit extra for your reading. What's coming towards me in love? This is the deck that I grab for love, which is my mermaid deck. I don't know why. I associate different decks with different things, and that's like why I choose them. I'm Aries. Taking your courses. I just started the second one today. Oh, you're getting far. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, Lori. Thanks for saying that. I'm so self-conscious about those video courses. I was going to say clownfish. Oh my gosh, you guys might have been reading each other's mind, which is probably why you chose each other. What's coming towards me in love? I don't like that card. Sometimes I pull a card and I realize I didn't ask a question. So I have to restart. Sacrifice. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. So as far as relationships, what does this feel like? I'm just being drawn to like let go of past relationships. Because maybe you sort of like put them in the back of your mind and you're just like, I don't want to ever think about those again. And I'm being drawn to like you in those relationships. Like, you know what the other person did wrong and what those red flags are and how you're like never going to like indulge in that type of behavior again. But what did you do that probably wasn't the healthiest? Or just the nicest, or, you know, even it could just be boundaries that you did or did not set. And so I think your guides, Princess Butterfly, are saying this is what needs to come first. It's like looking back at the past of like what didn't work so that you can let it go. You can sacrifice it moving into the future. And I think that's why you're just not attracting things right now, is because you're still kind of stuck making circles in the past. I was too fast. I didn't set boundaries. Yeah. And I mean, this is what I'm getting is like, if you don't acknowledge those things about yourself that you did wrong, it's like you're going to attract a bad relationship again. And so that's why your guides are like kind of like putting you on pause is because they're like, we need to just focus on this. And when I say like something needs to let go, like don't feel like you have to like go through the soul journey. Like it could just be as simple as journaling. It could be as simple as like pulling some cards, saying out loud, okay, I sucked at this and I'm not going to do it again, and I move forward. You know, it doesn't have to be anything like huge. But yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Princess Butterfly. Thanks, Lori. I'm so glad. Hi, Eureka. Ooh. 500? Is that a yen? That's so cool. I thought it would just automatically convert to US dollars. I assume that's $5? I think so. I've been to Japan. Am I right? I don't know. We'll figure it out. How can I connect more with my guides? I'm having a difficult time lately. Ooh, yes. Okay. I love that question. So you're basically in the right place because all my videos are just like a bajillion different ways you could totally connect with your guides. Immediately though, Eureka, without even looking at this card, I'm feeling like visual journeying, whether it's like meditation or shamanic journeying or like an out of body like experience meditation, following something that's guided where you're being forced to like sit, close your eyes, and like use your imagination. I feel like that would be really good to you. Good for you. Interesting. And then this card says a time to give rather than take. Oh, I think this is such perfect timing because I literally just read this note. Sometimes I go through all my old psychic classes and all my notes that I took. And one of the notes that I took that I completely forgot about was how you can connect with your intuition more by doing like random things for people, like random acts of kindness, holding the door open for people, like just smiling at people. Sometimes that just engages your intuition and your right brain a little bit more. And sometimes that just kind of shifts you. That gets you out of the norm of just like going through the motions of day-to-day life. So I'm taking this in two ways, a time to give rather than take, both giving to your guides. And when I say that, I don't want you to feel like you have to like do some sort of like crazy ritual or put like out an offering, but it's more like showing them you're serious. So for example, if you're trying to connect to fairies in particular, you could put out little things in your garden. You can pick up trash. Fairies love that. So something along those lines. And I feel like use your intuition depending on like what guides you're trying to connect with. Oops. And then I just want to pull one more card for you, Eureka. Yeah, it's $5. I'm sorry. I'm such an ignorant American, aren't I? And then I think, Eureka, just being more flexible. I think, and you're probably just like, oh, give me more. But I think they're trying to come in and show you different ways that they want to connect with you. Have you ever tried talking to plants before? That's popping into my head. But it feels more like, Eureka, it's like shifting the day-to-day stuff, not necessarily when you're actually sitting down and trying to talk to your guides. It's like the everyday trying to shift your mind into that intuitive mind, which is so perfect, Eureka, because literally the video that I'm going to put up this week, right? Yeah, I think. I think that is going to be literally this week's video, right? Oh, shoot. You know what? It might be next week's. I can't remember. There's going to be a video coming out soon. It's because I haven't recorded it yet. I'm going to tomorrow. But one of the videos I'm going to talk about left brain, right brain, and how engaging your right brain, I'm trying to remember my vlog list right now, but how engaging your right brain is engaging your intuition. And you can do things that are not intuition related that can help your intuition, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's this week's video. We'll see. All right. Kaylee. Thank you for your donation. My fiance passed away 2 weeks ago, and I'd like to know how we can connect. He sends me many signs. How can I raise my vibration to his? First off, Kaylee, I'm so sorry. And these readings are very quick, but feel free to ever reach out to me if you want to set up a longer reading. But so I'm pulling my mediumship cards. I feel like Kaylee right now, he's kind of just like, the only word I can think of is like settling. Oops, sorry, bouncing my camera. And when spirits or when people pass, I feel like sometimes it takes them a while to settle, both animals and people. And so sometimes they can be like, I feel like their energy is a little chaotic, like they're not sitting still, if that makes sense. And that's kind of like the energy that I get there. And when I've asked my guides before, like, what is that? What am I sensing? And they like the translation that I'm getting is like they're like doing something. They're like, I don't know if they're wrapping up loose ends. I'm getting chills, so maybe that's it. Maybe they're visiting people, like just tons of different things could be happening. So just know that, and so maybe the messages might not be as clear because I'm really like not feeling any of these cards. Yeah, I don't think he's in a spot to talk yet, but I will ask how you can connect better with him. Your intuition. Well, come on, guys, duh. This is literally the intuition card. This is deep knowing. And I think Kaylee, it's so hard, especially when we first lose people, because we like talk to them in our heads and we feel like we know what they're going to say. But then we write it off because we're like, oh, well, I'm just talking to myself to make myself feel better. Which I think when somebody passes, yes, that does sometimes happen. But I actually feel like this is like deep knowing. That's like literally what the card says, deep knowing. And I think at some level you have this deep knowing of like what he's saying back to you. And so it's about not dismissing the hits that you're getting. So how can you connect better? Don't dismiss the intuitive hits that you're getting, because you're totally getting them. But that's like such a common block to our psychic ability, is just not believing that it's working. And so when you don't believe that it works, then you just like don't listen to any message that comes through. Also being flexible. Kaylee, I'm hearing like on the timeline of this, like he might not be quite there and ready to connect yet. He might be trying to like find his own way to connect. I'm specifically seeing like the number 4 here. So I'm wondering if maybe he's going to connect to you through numbers first. I love Moonology cards. That was my first deck. She has a new deck coming out in October. I know. And if you guys like any of these decks, I put them all in my description down below. Although I don't know. I should have one of you guys check if I have the Moonology cards, because I just got these and I just got the Talking to Heaven cards. I don't think I actually put those in there. I'm just checking your chat. You talk to pets and you feel like they talk back? Absolutely they do. Yes, you can still super chat. He was 31 and was absolutely perfect. And Kaylee, don't feel like I'm telling you, like, you have to come see me at all. Like, don't feel that way at all. I just want to pull anything he has to say. It is beautiful where I am. Oh, I love that. And I think he just wants you to know, because I'm specifically getting from him, like, you're worried that he's, like, looking back and, like, regretting or wishing he had more time, you know, or just like, oh my gosh, like, in our minds, we would be like, oh my gosh, look at how much life I missed out on. I don't feel like that's how he feels at all. It is beautiful where I am. I would just take that as confirmation that he is more than happy where he's at. Oh, he's quite active. He makes my lights flicker nonstop, but only when I use them. Things will fall off my dresser. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're so connected with him. Talking to Heaven is in the description, but not the numerology cards. Thank you, Eureka. Okay, I'm going to make sure the moon cards get in there. Oh, and then I keep forgetting But if you do donate, I'm also going to do the Astrodice because I'm trying to learn these, and it's just like another added information. So asking the same question, how can Kaylee connect with him better? I got the 2. That makes so much sense. Okay, so you're in the second house, which is all about material possessions. So obviously you're connecting with him through literal possessions. So I would pay attention like when, you see a marble, or you see like something like get left out that's like really odd, or you like come across like pennies. He might be communicating to you through literal possessions, and then through possessions. And then what? And then I pulled Saturn. Ooh, Saturn is about learning. And I'm hearing like learning how he's going to communicate with you, because it might change over time. And then what sign is this? This is Leo. And I'm feeling like this is immediately like him being like, I'm going to put on a show. Like, I'm going to show you all these things and I'm going to get your attention. So I feel like it's actually not going to be hard. So if you guys are curious, I'm using Astrodice, and they're 12-sided dice, and I have them in the description down below. But one dice is all the zodiac signs. One is all the houses. So these are all numbers, the 12 houses. And then this is all the 12 planets, which technically there's like 9, 10 planets, and the rest are kind of like other astrology related things. But I'm trying to learn. So thank you for letting me practice. Lightning spark. What do I need to know from spirit? I'm immediately hearing slow down. Let's see what the cards have to say. Y'all need to be flexible tonight. There's a lot of unflexible energy here. So lightning spark, this is your guides coming in to say, like, know that there's so much more coming your way. There's so much more coming your way. And right now you're just looking at everything in like, what do I have up until now? Like, you're looking at your past and being like, these are all the things that have happened, and this is where I'm at, and I'm unsatisfied. And they're trying to say, like, believe in opportunity. That's like a very clear phrase that I don't ever use. Believe in opportunity. Believe in the future and what it can hold. And they really want you to focus on co-creating with them. So co-creating is like, I just like to think of this as like co-manifesting. Realizing that manifesting isn't solely on you. Like, they're there trying to help as well. And so making sure that the intentions that you're putting out are clear, that you are working with them. And when I say working with them, it's like also about understanding, like, when things don't go your way, there might be a higher reason for it. And so to trust them and work with them. And let's see, I'll roll the dice for you. Anything else she should focus on or know from spirit? Libra, harmony. Oh my gosh, you can't make that up. Harmony. I was so worried that these like wouldn't be clear at all, but they are surprisingly like helpful. Harmony is Libra, so harmony with them, and then that's the zodiac sign. The planet is, which planet is this? I'm looking at my notes. Where's that planet? Is that Neptune? That's Neptune. So Neptune is about dreaming. So like putting out your dreams, putting out your intentions, dream, daydream. Again, it's like that makes so much sense with your reading of like, think about the future and what opportunities can come to you. And I feel like daydreaming allows manifestation to work even better because you're constantly thinking about positive, better things versus like what I do all the time, which is like catastrophizing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what if everything goes wrong? And, that has the opposite effect of what we want to do when we are manifesting. And then in the second house, this is about money, material possessions, security. The hell? Lightning spark, you also just have like this guide that just came creeping up on me from like down below. He was ugly, but he's a guide. Like an ugly, like, what the hell was that? It was an animal of some sort, but I have no idea what kind of animal it was. But it was ugly. That's all I know. And I think the message there, Lightning Spark, is like not judging things on the outside, because ugly on the outside, pretty on the inside. I felt like it was sort of related to what we're talking about, but he's just like coming in and introducing himself. I don't know. All right. Thank you, Lightning Spark. I hope that was helpful. I've been told he's off fixing fighter jets. He was a pilot. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Kaylee. Hi, Kelly. And they're all things he bought me. That's awesome. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Nori. Can you see if my guides have anything to say? Yes. Thank you for the donation. I immediately want to go here, Nori, because I feel like this goddess wants to talk to you. The goddess Scold. I think she is like a northern European goddess, like maybe I want to say like Danish or like Swedish. Scold. Like I'm getting like Norwegian, Viking energy. Scold. She's talking about the future. She wants you to also focus on the future. To be flexible on the future. I totally know what's coming up here. So, Nori, this is like you're so focused on the future and how it should turn out that you're not being flexible. This card tonight. It's like you're so rigid on how it's supposed to work out. And your guys are trying to say, we have other plans for you. There's like a better way that this can work out. Like release some of that control to us. And they're saying your intention, don't worry, your intention is going to be heard. This says like loyal heart. And so I'm immediately drawn to like your heart chakra and holding that intention in your heart. Because if you really truly believe in it and the intention is good, it's not like, let me think of a bad intention. Like, I want a house so that I can impress my friends. Like, that's a bad intention. We want a house because we want to live in a better space and have more freedom, whatever it is. But don't worry, your guides know what your intention is. They just want you to hold it here, trust them, and be more flexible because they have their own way of wanting to bring in this future stuff for you. And if you're resonating at all with this goddess Scold, maybe look her up. And it's Skuld. And if anyone else is listening too, and you're like, whoa, I really resonate with like any of these messages, Spirit likes to really try to get at several of us at once. So don't feel like it's not your message. You can also resonate with it. So really quick pulling dice for Nori. This is Mars. I'm memorizing. This is, I don't remember. Leo. I've pulled Leo like 7 times tonight. Okay. So Mars in Leo in the fifth house. Mars is all about passion, motivation, action, like taking action. In Leo, this is like, putting yourself out there, kind of putting yourself on the stage. And then the 5th house is in your creativity and your romance. So I'm getting, if you're trying to attract romance, Nori, maybe really put yourself out there. Like, be a show off. That's okay. That's like allowed. It's about taking action, being motivated, being a little bit forward is kind of what that energy calls for. And if you're feeling like maybe not in romance, it could just be about like anything. I would say like sacral chakra, creativity, romance, things that you think of when you think of like passion and trying to bring in and manifest new things. Thank you, Nori. I'm in Australia. What is the donation I have to send? Ooh, good question, Johnny. I don't know. It's $5 US, so you might just have to like Google. I just assumed with Super Chat that it would like auto do everything. So I don't know. I've only had Super Chat for like 2 weeks. You're welcome, Lightning Spark. All right. Has my late cat Primrose forgiven me for getting the collar that caused her death? Oh, no. Also, if she's in my home, because my other cat spends a lot of time in the basement now where she used to hang. Okay, let's pull this card. Sort of tuning into her. I'm seeing an owl again for you. Why? And I read why for a private reading last week, so if I'm referencing things, that's what I'm referencing. I'm again seeing an owl for you. I think this is totally separate. As far as Primrose, she's literally saying like, well, it wasn't my favorite, but yes, you're forgiven. And I mean, when our animals and people pass on, OMG, you have nothing to feel guilty about. How perfect. All right, I'm done. Going home. Good night, guys. That is so crazy. Oh, so crazy. It's just crazy when I pull a card and it like resonates with what I'm getting up here. I just amaze myself. Anyway. But yeah, as far as getting the color, I mean, it's like I obviously didn't like that, but like I'm not in my body now. Like it doesn't affect me. It doesn't matter anymore. Like water under the bridge, don't worry about it. You've learned your lesson. Like it's not going to happen again. That's all that matters. It's kind of like her. She's like sweeping it under the rug. She's like, don't worry about it. Like it's over with, whatever. If she's in my home, I feel like she's in your home, but I don't feel like that's the reason why the other cat is spending time in your basement. I'm also an animal communicator. I'm also an animal communicator, so sort of tuning into your other cat. I just feel like your cat just wants to be down there. Like I feel like he or she is like, it's quiet down here, and I don't like being around other people. And this cat feels like such a dork. Is he such a dork? Oh, she was so precious. I feel like your cat that you have now that's in the basement, like I literally saw him, and this is like a symbol. I'm seeing him like put on like a bat mask, like Batman, and like running around your basement being like, ooh, do-do-do, ooh, yeah, do-do-do. and like pouncing on things and just like being a literal dork. Like, and he's embarrassed, and that's like why he's down there. And not saying like he's down there pretending to be Batman, but it's like, it's just that energy of like, ooh, I'm stealthy, ooh, I'm really cool. But he's embarrassed and he doesn't want like anyone to laugh at him. So he's like down there just like being a goofball. That's so cute. I love that. He's a diva. Elmo. Oh, that's where the toys are. That makes sense. Like I literally just get that he likes being in the dark, and he likes like jumping and like scaring himself and like jumping at other things, and just like he's just like in his element down there. That's so funny. Anything else for why, as far as your two cats? I want your cat. Can I have your cat? He's cute. I can totally just feel his energy. Or it could be she, sorry. I don't know why I pulled those cards. Those have nothing to do with what we're talking about. Only other thing. I am not dead. This is from Primrose. I love this card because it sort of says like, when we have been without an animal or a person for so long, sometimes it can feel like, were they even here? Like, are they even still around? And they've really taken on a new form. Like, they're still around. We can still connect with them. I feel like that a message is also from your mom. Why? Also. Thank you, Nori. Thank you, Ian. 650. Oh, that's Australian UD. I don't know what that is. I need to learn my currencies apparently with Super Chat. Thank you, Johnny. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. So it says like $6. What do I need to know right now from my guides? Awesome. Let's do this. my gosh, I'm getting so hot in here. It was like 90 degrees today, and I totally forgot to come out here and cool this shed off. Like, I have an AC unit in here, but don't keep it on like all day. And it's warm in here. You guys want you to know a lot of things. Can we just like narrow it down, guys? Oh, did I pull an Astrodice? I didn't. Hang on. Sorry, Johnny. Hold that thought. I forgot to pull Astrodice. I'm doing that for everybody tonight because I'm trying to learn the Astrodice. Everyone that donates. What is that? Ah! That's the moon. Okay, duh. I was like, it looks like the moon, but I should make sure. It's the moon in the 11th house. And what is this symbol? Taurus. Okay. Ooh, abundance. Feeling abundance in... Oh, this totally makes sense. Okay. Sorry, it's taking me forever. So this is, again, for why this... And knowing, I gave her a private reading last week, so I kind of know exactly what they're talking about here. But this is kind of what we were talking about, why with like you feeling everybody else's stuff. So this is like really feeling like humanity on a larger level. And that's kind of what the 11th house is. And the moon is all about like literally intuition, emotions, like getting those hits on other people. And Taurus is all about abundance. And I think this is a message of like you have a lot of this going on. There's like a lot of abundance of like intuitive hits and emotions around other people. And I'm just hearing like maybe protect yourself a little bit from it. Make sure your boundaries are okay, because sometimes you can just be letting in too much. So that's just like another random message from your guides. These Astrodice are so much fun. And I wish you guys could see. I bought like, they're like clear, but they have like white swirly clouds on the inside. They're so pretty. Sorry, Johnny. Okay. Johnny, don't let me forget to do Astrodice for you. What do I need to know right now from my guides? I'm curious, those of you who are members, can you use those emojis in the chat, or can you only use them on the custom emojis, or can you only use them in the videos? Ooh, okay, so Johnny, right now you just need to like take a break. Because I pulled the C card, and this like I really like to think of as like just get in the boat and see where it takes you. Like right now things are out of your control. It doesn't necessarily indicate like a bad thing. It's more just like let the tide take you where it's supposed to go. Because there's something going on that maybe is just out of your control. These bugs. I'm going to pull one more card. And then I'm also pulling the happy card in reverse. And so when this card is upright, it's all about like, oh, you're in a good spot. You're feeling awesome. When it's in reverse, I like to think of it as just like you're going through the ups and downs of life. Some days you're feeling good. Some days you're not. And right now you might just not be feeling the hottest. And instead of trying to like push and like force things to happen, it's like I'm hearing the word like simplify, like cut out anything that's not necessary. Yeah, and I'm pulling cards about like cycles, like you're just going in circles, so just like try to break the cycle. It's like very stagnant energy. And so just letting go. Let's see, any other like advice on how to solve this? Time for a nap. Just take a nap, Johnny. Just take a nap. It's all messages of like, just breathe, let go, literally just worry about your day-to-day stuff. Don't try to push it any further than you need to. I wouldn't be surprised if Mercury retrograde was kind of affecting this. Let's see, by pulling the Astrodice if there's anything else. 10th house, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Mars. I feel like that's almost like the same thing we just pulled for somebody. Mars is about taking action, which is like the exact opposite. Oh, but taking action with wisdom. And I'm feeling like this is like inner wisdom of like how should you be moving forward? How should you be handling your emotions? Like you with wisdom, I feel like it's looking at your schedule, looking at the stuff you have to do and just being like, all right, this is no longer serving me. This is sort of wasting my time. I'm going to let it go. And I think that's what that action is. It's like the acting on letting go and simplifying so you can just kind of let the tide take you. 10th house too. This is about career, Johnny. Career, public image, legacy. So maybe if this is like where you're at with like your career, it's like knowing just to, don't push it. Don't feel like you have to like advance really quickly. Right now, just like some inner hermit is needed, that inner self-care. Let me see if I need to catch up on the chat. I'll have to figure that out, Johnny. No worries. Thank you, Jenny. Sorry, I'll catch up. And thank you, Kelly. Can I have Astrodice too? Yeah, I linked some in my description if you want to find some on Amazon. I found some on Amazon for like $6. They're really cheap. And they're pretty. My energy is mine. Your energy is yours. Thank you. You have emojis. Those aren't the custom ones that I made, though, Lori. The one Cheyenne put up is. Cool. Thank you. I was curious. Okay. I've been so mind clustered. Try to put a lot of pressure on myself lately. So yes, rest has been what I need. Awesome. Thank you for your donation, Johnny. Okay, let's get to Jenny really quick, and then I'll jump forward to Kelly. So Jenny, anything my guides have to say about how to best connect with them? I feel like I should make my own tarot deck of like how to connect with your guides, and literally like one card is like automatic writing, one card is meditate, one is go talk to a plant. Like that needs to exist. Do a past life regression. I bet you something out there exists. Yeah, get away, bugs. Because that's like what I feel like I need. I feel like this is almost the same message for you, Jenny. This card is about trust, like into the unknown. So this lady is like blindfolded and she's moving forward, but it's not scary. It's like, I'm moving forward and I'm trusting that this is going to work. I feel like I've been seeing this a lot lately, and I almost have been thinking about making a video on it of like with your psychic ability, if you don't trust that it's going to work, and if you dismiss psychic hits that you get a lot, then it's just like you're telling your psychic ability in a way that you don't believe in it. It's not going to work for you. And then it's like a self-affirming belief, and then it stops working. I hope that makes sense. So like Jenny, your biggest thing is like you can do anything to connect with them more, but you have to trust it. I'm being really drawn to this bird that's sitting here on this ledge. So I'm actually hearing like animal communication, animal spirit guides. Have you ever done a power animal retrieval, Jenny? There's a book that I recommend on my channel, and it's the Shamanic Journeying 101. And one of the big things that you do with shamanic journeying is you can do power animal retrievals for other people, including yourself. And I feel like maybe meeting one of your power animals would be super helpful. I'm also feeling like, Jenny, maybe for you, having actual like physical items might help you trust in the process a little bit more. So like if you feel like you need a pendulum, or if you feel like you need Astrodice or cards, sometimes the physicality of it will make you feel like you're being a little bit more legit. And then once you're like, okay, I feel like I'm also hearing this, I'm also seeing the information, I don't need the tools anymore, then you can move kind of out of that. Let me see anything else she can do. connecting with other people. So I'm reading the Astrodice for you. Connecting with people as like a whole. And I feel like maybe you're not inclined to like be that way. Maybe you're like more solo, like introvert, but something about like connecting with a group of people, maybe even like a group of like classes would definitely help. And then this is in the planet Uranus, changing how you approach that. So maybe if you're doing a lot of it, maybe backing off of like hanging out around too many people, or vice versa. And like when I say hanging around people, it's like taking classes, like taking intuition classes or something like that, or even like spiritual, like going to church. Like I'm seeing church a lot too. That's one way to connect with your guides. Absolutely. And then what is this? Man, Capricorn has a weird sign. Oh my gosh, what is that? Persistence. Don't give up, Jenny. Don't give up. So don't give up. Change what you're doing as far as like being around a lot of people, connecting with a lot of groups, whether that's doing it more or doing it less. Awesome. I hope that helped, Jenny. Thank you. Eureka, were you asking that because I skipped you with the Astrodice? Did I do that? I'm sorry, Eureka. If I did, I can go back. This is what I do. This is what happens when I try to change it up and like I forget what I'm doing. Let me just catch up on the comments really quick. Oh, and Ian literally caught that. I needed to scroll down. Birds have been crazy around me lately. Oh, that's funny. Flying at my car, dive bombing around me. Too funny. It's probably just more confirmation. That's awesome. Okay, so Kelly, anything my guides would like me to know? I just want to play with the Astrodice all night. I'm feeling like the moon cards for Kelly. And I've sort of decided that I'm kind of relying heavier on my cards during these nightly readings because I go a lot quicker, but just know that I do still use my intuition a little bit. Obviously, when I'm doing a reading, I mostly use my intuition. And my clairs, less so the cards. Ooh, okay. So Kelly, the answers you need are coming. So whatever you've been stuck on, whatever you've been trying to manifest, like it's coming around the corner. But your dreams need a practical plan. So I feel like this is your guides being like, okay, we hear you. Like you're putting it out into the universe, like what you want, where your life should be going. But it's a little daydreamy. There's like, where's the roots? Where's the grounding? Like where's the practical nature of this? And so maybe this is just like legitimately thinking it through. Like the only way I can like think is like, you're like, oh my gosh, I want a new house. And you're trying to manifest like a $5 million house and you totally like don't have that money. So it's like, how can you change that manifestation so that it's a little bit more practical? But just know that whatever you're going through right now, it's going to end pretty soon. I want to pull one other card just to clarify. So yeah, it's this message of going round and round. You feel like things aren't really improving. Everything is just kind of day to day the same. And know that this cycle is going to end soon. And it really is about perspective, because what I love about this card, if you guys can see, it's kind of like in 3D. And so really when you think you're back at the same point of this circle, you think you're in the same spot, but it's your guides being like, no, this is like 3D. Like think about it. You're moving up. And every time that you come back, you're not really coming back. You're looking at it from a new perspective. You're seeing it from above because you have all these past experiences to draw on and really have a different understanding of this. So I feel like these are kind of like a bunch of mini messages for you, Kelly. It's like about understanding that you kind of have to get out of this mindset of I'm stuck, because you're not stuck. The answers that you're looking for are coming. but also like just be a little bit more practical with the things that you're asking for. And then let's pull the Astrodice for Kelly. Moon, Aries. I'm getting better at remembering. And the third house, which is communication. So communication, and then the moon being your intuition. So being like clearer on your communication. Oh my gosh, you can't make this up. Creation. Like, what are the creations? What are you communicating about what you want to create to the universe? That is so crazy. I love these Astrodice so much. I'm going to use them more and more. Awesome. Thank you, Kelly. It's too hot today. Yes. I'm so sweaty right now. It's ridiculous. Do it. But I'm already working on a different tarot deck, you guys. And I've been working on it for like literally 4 or 5 years. No, since 2017. So yeah, 4 years. And I'm still I don't even have it done. I have it done. I just don't have the artwork done. But that'll be next on my list. Let me just make sure. Only if you have time, please give me the Astrodice reading. I'm sorry. Sorry, Cheyenne. Hold on one second. I totally forgot to do Eureka's Astrodice. Thank you for reminding me, because I forget. And I don't even, what was Eureka's question about? It was about, just so I can ask on the same lines. Connecting more with guides. Okay. 9th house, which is about philosophy and travel. And then, what is this sign? This is Virgo and Venus. Okay. This is how I'm looking at my little charts right here. Doggo's barking outside. He's not happy about something. So Virgo is all about analyzing your values around philosophy and travel. So what does that feel like? I feel like I'm leaning more towards like philosophy, like thinking about what you value, what you want. Because I feel like, Eureka, what's happening is like you're putting out things into the universe that you're like unknowingly, like you're saying, I want this, but it's like, do you really want this? Like, is this something you actually value? Is it really going to bring you happiness? And so it's about analyzing kind of those thoughts that you're putting out. Is it really what you want? That's kind of what I'm feeling with this. Philosophy. Yeah, philosophy is the 9th house. Virgo is that analyzing. And Venus is all about, like, what do you value? Like, what's important to you? I hope that makes sense. These Astrodice I'm learning, you guys. All right, sorry. Let me jump back up to Cheyenne. Is there anything I need to know right now about my current situation with my mom? We are in a very weird place. You know what? I'm going to pull the mermaid cards, because I also like to use these for any types of relationships. Thank you, Cheyenne, by the way. Also, thanks for becoming a member, Cheyenne. Cheyenne, I feel like I pulled this in our private reading for you. Did I? Maybe not. Freedom. Independence from her. I still feel like you're in that mode of just needing to be a little bit free from her. Actually, and I think, Cheyenne, what's happening is she's finally starting to, like, also be in this mode a little bit. It feels like she's finally pulling her energy back a little bit and being like, you know what, maybe I should respect her space a little bit more. And maybe that's what you're sensing, because you're like, that's not normal. She's usually like up in my energy. And this card looks scary, but don't like think of it as scary. Experimenting. I feel like that's what she's doing. I feel like she's experimenting, maybe not a good way. Like she's trying to pull back her energy to be like, well, maybe she'll just come after me. Like cold shouldering kind of vibe. Ugh, these bugs are everywhere. Like literally this part, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. Like I feel like that's her energy. she's still got that agenda. She's still got that like toxic energy around her. What can we do about this? Confidence is your key to success. And when I'm reading this confidence, it's not like a like come at her and be like, oh, I'm better than you. It's like confidence in your own place in your life. That does make sense. It's like, you can't hurt me anymore. I'm confident in where I'm at. I'm moving forward. If you want to match me, awesome. If not, I'm not going to like dive into this energy and like indulge it. It's like this true confidence of like not being petty, like not being that back. It's like not caring what she does either way and showing that in your confidence, like around her, like being like, and even it's not even around her. It's like in how you react to her. Like if there's rumors going around, it's like how you react is, well, that's not my circus, not my monkeys. Like, I'm just not going to dive into it because I'm confident in myself and I don't need to be like getting into this energy. And it's like that will translate because you're not getting into the drama. And I feel like you're just like, you are showing her how to be an adult, which sucks. You shouldn't ever have to do that for your parents. 10th house, weird. What was this one again? You guys should look up Capricorn's sign because it is weird. All the rest of the signs are like kind of cool, but Capricorn is just like, what is going on? Persistence is Capricorn in the 10th house. Public image, persistence, and how she sees you. And then what planet is this? Jupiter. Growth. Growing in your persistence, growing in how you want to be perceived. And I feel like this is also about her. Like, she needs to think about her image, how you perceive her. She needs to think about her growth. And it's all about, what was this? Learning. Saturn. Learning. Or no, Jupiter. Sorry, Jupiter. Growth is happening right now, and that's probably why you're not seeing like the results that you quite want. You guys are in the middle of it. I just hope she matches your energy. Like, that's what I want. Thank you, Cheyenne. Yeah, she's giving me the cold shoulder for sure. Yeah, she's trying a new tactic. I can tell. Astrodice are going on my wish list now. Aren't they so fun? Oh my gosh. I saw someone doing them in a pick a card reading, and I was like, I just want them because they're pretty. I would buy the heck out of that tarot deck if you created it. Well, heck, maybe I need to. Please make a new card deck. That's amazing. Well, I'll give you guys a spoiler. Actually, I should be doing this anyway now that I finally made a decision. So tangent here. So I've been working on this tarot deck for like, it's not tarot, it's technically my own version of an oracle deck. But I've been working on it for like 4 years now, and I've literally had like 4 different artists draw artwork. And every time it came back, it just didn't resonate with me. And I'm like, it just doesn't feel right. Like the first person, the artwork was so bad and they like didn't even know how to scan it, and it came out like the white on the page would all be a different color white. And like, if you guys know like printing, like this is just not gonna work. And then the second person gave me some cool cards, but they just like didn't feel quite right. And now I finally am like, you know what? I'm going to design the cards. And so I am pretty okay with like Photoshop and all of that because I had to go to film school and I know all those programs. But I tested it out. I was like, well, maybe I can watch some tutorials and try it. And I tried it and I'm like, you know what? I think this is going to work. And I made 5 cards in an hour. And I'm like, I could get this done in like a couple weeks if I really wanted to. So I'm really going to put some time and effort into them. And as soon as they're actually designed, then I'm basically going to start a Kickstarter. So I'm going to give you guys lots of heads notice, but I'll need your guys' help pushing it for Kickstarter because it kind of has to be like sold in the first 24 hours for it to really succeed. And with Kickstarter, you have to raise the full amount of money for it to work. But I'm going to be needing a lot less money now because it's basically just printing instead of also paying for artwork. So I'm going to be doing the artwork. Anyway, And I'm going to make a whole video on this whole process too. Anyways, sort of announcement. This is going to happen. Keep an eye out for it. And I'm going to release it too and show you guys like what it's about and all that good stuff. Anyways, and apparently I'm going to do this tarot deck next. Sounds oh, I read that one. Can I ask how to join your classes? Yes, Johnny. Sorry, I'm just catching up. I hope you're still in here. I just have video courses right now, and so you can purchase those on my website, so psychiclauren.com. I'm in the mood to dream more these days. You know, I have been hearing that so much, Myro. Like, everyone is like, I have been dreaming so much. Same, like, literally same here. Cool. Thanks. I will be more specific. Thank you, Ian. How do I get a proper reading? Also on my website. So you can go to my like services list and you'll see a drop down of all the different types of readings and like the links. So I do like 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, hour and a half. You need a bug zapper. I know, I was so hot in here. I was like, I'll open the window, and I've got all these bajillions of lights in here, and the bugs are just like, oh my god. What is your tattoo of? Somebody asked that earlier. So it says, the love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. That is a quote from Charles Darwin. Oh, Johnny's already out of here. Bye, Johnny. Thank you, Cheyenne. Second Kelly, what's the tattoo? I just found you by chance. Isn't that funny how that works? My dad died last week. I'd like to know how he's doing now. So Alina, you can pay for a reading. Otherwise, we'll do another guessing game. That's kind of how like I do these reading nights. You can try to guess the whatever I'm thinking, and then that person gets the reading, which I think I'm all caught up on the donations. But if somebody sends a donation, I do those ones first. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do next. Ooh, that's exciting. I know, I'm so excited I've been keeping it under wraps for so long because I don't want anybody to steal this idea, but nobody has stolen it yet, even like energetically. Like, I keep checking like every year. I've been sitting on this idea for 4 years, and I've just been like, somebody's gonna take it. Somebody's gonna come up with this idea. And no one has. So I really feel like the universe is saving it for me. Anyways, so yeah, let's do a reading. But also, Alina, I do longer readings. This is just kind of something fun I do every Tuesday night. You can also hit me up for a private reading as well. All right, so I am thinking of that's too big. That's too vague too. Yeah, I'll think of another color. If you can think of the color that I'm thinking of, excuse me, then you get the reading. And I think I'll make this one the last free reading. So after this, we'll just wrap up any donations that might come in. Because I started so late, I have to kind of keep it shorter tonight. But moon cycle. Red, Eureka, you got it. So Eureka, because you donated, I won't make you pass it off to somebody else. Eureka, you already knew you were going to get it. I don't need a reading, but red. Well, Eureka, I'll leave it up to you. Potato. I'll leave it up to you, Eureka, but if you want, you can choose somebody else or throw up a question. Normally, I make someone who has already gotten a free reading pass it off, but if you've donated, you can also still get free readings, just for future reference for anyone else. Give it to me! And guys, that's like the whole thing that I teach in my courses is like how to answer your own questions. So you don't need to go to a psychic. It's a very empowering feeling. And you save a lot of money. Just kidding. Donate to Alina. Thank you. Thank you. You're funny. All right, Alina, let me know what question you have. Ian, get out of here. Just kidding. Being a jokester over here. I also have a Facebook group. And on there, we are literally just like practicing our psychic abilities. So if you want to join there and get some practice before like buying my course, feel free to join that. All of those links are on like my link tree. If you look at my link tree, there's like so many links now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, waiting on Alina's question. But this week's video, I'm going to ask you guys, which would you rather see? I could do... Actually, no, I can't edit that one in time, so never mind. So I'm gonna do one of two things. One is like it's gonna be about using or thinking about the psychic mind with the analogy of left brain, right brain. And really, I say that a lot, like using your left brain, using your right brain, but I've never really described that analogy. So I'm going to go into that and like, what's the difference and how do you strengthen that right brain? Not just using your intuition, like what daily things can you do that will also supplement your intuition? And this is like creative things like drawing and being like artsy and stuff like that, and doing like things like that. You go out of your way to do things differently. Kelly knows what Ian is talking about. I'm just teasing. I know Ian personally. I'm teasing him. I don't think that I'm like bullying him at all. He knows who I am. Alina, can you tell me if my dad is still around and can he see us or hear us? I'll tell you right now, absolutely, just because I know every spirit can see, hear, talk to us, communicate with us. It's just a matter of can we hear them. So I'm going to pull from, this is my mediumship deck. It kind of acts as like a telephone between you and a loved one. Oh, I was met by so many loving people. I love that. And that really kind of answers your question, Alina, because there's like a fear there of like, is he alone? Is he with people? And I think this is like showing you I'm here. I'm with a group of people. I'm okay. I was met by so many loving people. And I know I wasn't answering your question psychically before, can he see us or hear us? Because I'm just like, yes, that's like my personal opinion. But let's see what he has to say. Interesting. There is no such thing as death. And normally, just so you guys know, I don't pull cards for stuff like this. I really try to use my intuition, but to keep it fast for nights, I use cards for Tuesday nights. There's no such thing as death. And to me, he's saying like, yes, I can see and I can hear everyone. And look, he's around everyone. There's like all these people because he's not dead. He's around. He can be in so many places at once is what I'm hearing. He can be around you. He can be around your sister. He can be around your brother. He can be around your aunt. Like, he wanted to know that like time and space where he is at is not similar to here. And because of that, he can do more than you can even imagine. Let me just actually connect a little bit more with him and see if there's anything specific he has to say. I'm asking if there's like any sign that he can give so that you can feel like you are heard. I'm feeling like dreams. He's like, I'm already connecting with you in your dreams. You might not hear those so much. I think you actually are a little bit clairaudient, Alina. So if you feel like you're getting thoughts or like you're hearing things, and this might not actually be like hearing things out in like physical reality, it's kind of like in your mind as if somebody's talking to you. I feel like he's actually communicating with you pretty clairaudiently. I'm having that problem too, I think. And dreams can be tough because like if you don't remember them or if you get a bad night's sleep, you can't always remember them. So you can ask loved ones to communicate with you in another way. Honestly though, Alina, like I feel like you are actually really intuitive and you don't need the tools. Like I think you can hear him pretty easily. So it's more about just like understanding how your clairaudience works, and then listening to it, paying attention to it, acknowledging it. Anything else? Was this a free reading? This was a free reading. I'm going too far. That's interesting. Okay, so he's just saying too, like he's balancing everyone. So don't think that like you're taking time away from somebody else. It's like that same message of like, I'm with everybody, like I can be in multiple places at once. It's like, don't feel like you're taking my time away from somebody else. Like I'm equally here for you as much as, again, like your sibling. Thank you, Alina. Alrighty, you guys. I think that was the last guessing game reading of the night. So any more donations, feel free to throw them at me while I sort of wrap up. But I think that's it, you guys. So catch me next time every Tuesday night. I do these psychic readings. I do them live, but every like Friday, Saturday, I upload new videos on psychic ability, psychic development. One thing that I am going to throw up is, and I'm really excited to make this video, and I'm kind of worried that nobody's going to be interested, but I am going to make a video about how much money I make as a psychic. And literally it's going to be from when I started as a psychic up until now. And this really is kind of geared towards those of you who want to be a reader and want to start a psychic business. And if not, like if you're also just curious about how much money I make, I want to help people who want to be in this industry and just be very transparent and give you guys my tips on like how I market myself, like how I find gigs to read at, all of that stuff. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. Again, I know that's for like a small percentage of people, but even my basic psychic skills course, part 3 is all about like how to start a psychic business. So I'm kind of seeing that as like an additional video to kind of throw at you guys and help in that regards. Thank you, Alina. But I know that I will have that video up on like kind of looking at the intuitive mind as like a left brain, right brain analogy. And what is the other video I'm recording? And I'm recording all these tomorrow. I should be on top of this. I'll think about it and I'll remember as soon as I'm done. Of course, you're interested in the business video. Okay, I'll do it for Eureka. But yeah, my social links are in the description down below. Follow me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. Not very good at TikTok, but I'm there anyways. And if you're new here, please subscribe. It helps me a ton. It just helps tell YouTube that I'm important and people should find me. That sounded kind of nasty. Thank you, Livia. I'll do Livia really quick. What do my spirit and ancestors want me to know about healing from my ex? I feel like I'm almost there. I just had a difficult time. I think after Olivia, I'll kind of wrap it up. So last donation is Livia. Livia got in right at the last second. Livia, like, immediately what I'm getting before I'm even, like, looking at these cards is, like, you are right. You're, like, so there. And I feel like whatever you think this last step is, it's literally just kind of in your head. And it's like, if you need to say out loud, I'm done, then, like, it can be as simple as that. Because I'm literally pulling, like, you're on this long voyage. I love this card because the mermaid's, like, in this boat. She's all by herself. Like, you're alone in this journey, but you come out of this journey a completely changed person. If there's anything you can be doing, it's taking care of yourself. Finding sanctuary. This could be literally, this could be metaphorically, literally being, like, take care of yourself, take a bath, go get your nails done, go get your hair done, do whatever you want to do that makes you feel centered. Honestly, when I really need to let go of something and like really feel like I've let it go, I journal. I also meditate. So whatever that means to you, this like sanctuary. Interesting. And then I also pulled like anything else you can do, a time to give rather than take. And maybe that's kind of what this ex relationship was there was a lot of take, and you kind of guarded your energy, and you were like, oh, he took so much and I'm so not happy about it, but you're still kind of like maybe stuck in that like protect my energy energy. And what happens when you're still kind of like protecting yourself, and this is me trying to like communicate how I'm feeling, but it's like you being like, no, nobody come in, I want to be safe. It's opening up and it's letting your energy feel a little bit more trusting. And one of the ways you can do that is by giving to other people. And I feel like this is like one of the things I'm worst at, is like I'll give too much and then I'll get pissed that I'm not getting it back, and then I'll close off my energy to people, and then I just like won't let anybody in, and then it's like I'm surprised that things aren't coming my way and that I'm like not seeing change, and it's because I'm literally closing my energy off. And how I'm like picturing this is like when you close your energy off to people, sometimes you can close your energy off to just other things, messages from the universe, abundance. Sometimes that energy just kind of translates into other things. It can even affect like your health. So I feel like, again, this is just confirmation that you are so close. Like you're about to dock. If anything, just take care of yourself. Personal space, privacy. Do what you got to do to make you feel like you're closing off a chapter. Again, like for me, that's journaling, meditating, and then really focus on your energy and how open or closed you are, and understand that you're not going to let this happen again. You saw the red flags and now you understand them, and you're not going to let it happen again. So that doesn't mean you have to be closed off to everybody. And so one of the ways you can open yourself up a little bit more is by giving your energy, being compassionate towards others, because it's saying, I love others, I expect this in return. And this old situation no longer affects me. I'm moving forward, and I trust that the right people will come into my life. Yes. Okay. And I'm pulling Astrodice cards. I'm rolling Astrodice dice just for like any extra meaning. This is Leo. Lots of Leo energy tonight in the 10th house, which is all about your image, your outward image towards other people. The fact that it's Leo, I think Leos are the most like performers. They're like on the stage, they want to be seen. And this is Mars, which is about doing this, like acting on this. Like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Like, it's okay to your outward image be like, yeah, look at me, be a show off. Like, maybe again you feel like you had to close your energy off or just not draw attention to yourself because of this situation, but this is your guides giving you permission to like just go for it. Like, you deserve to have that energy back in your life again, and this person did not steal that from you. That's coming through loud and clear. What are the decks you use the most? Ooh, that's a good question. I use this deck. Basically any Colette Baron Reed deck. So this deck is the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I don't love the artwork on this, but I like, this deck I pull for like really light energy, like high vibrational energy. And then this card, this like literally is like a compass, and it's about like, how do you move forward? How do you make decisions? And so whenever anyone asks about like, what do I do next? How do I move forward? What do I do? It's this deck. I like the compass deck. And this is also Colette Baron Reed. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle. I use my mermaid deck for relationships. This is Oracle of the Mermaids. I just got the moon deck. What is this called? Moonology. And then Talking to Heaven, I use as mediumship cards. And I think these cards are good because if you don't know how to really do mediumship stuff, you don't know how to communicate with the dead, you can use the cards. And all these cards are linked in my description down below. And literally every night I just pull different cards, whatever I'm feeling like the energy is. And you can see like right there, those are all my decks. And I just like have them all lined up. Hello, Michelle. I've been spending time I've been spending this time with meditation. I also believe the whole thing you said. You have to trust any way to get trust, right? Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm going to close off readings for the rest of the night because I need to go to bed and I'm sweaty. Let's see. But other than that, again, social links are down below. I will be live again next Tuesday night. Feel free to reach out to me at any time for a longer session. I also do emailed sessions that are shorter and cheaper because I want to make sure that I always have a cost-effective option for everybody. And then let's see, I also have all those video courses on my website. I have basic psychic skills up, which is like literally giving you the foundations of what you need to be a psychic reader, even if it's just for yourself. And then I also have, let's see. Oh, and then the animal communication course is up as well. And that's kind of how to talk to pets and animals. And that's a newer course that I probably released like a month ago. But you can also be a member on my YouTube channel now. Right now, the 99 cents kind of just gets you emojis and fun badges, but it helps me like see you guys a little bit more in the comments, especially once I get more subscribers and these chats get like crazier. It'll help me to find you guys. I am going to put up more levels, and I would be curious to know what you guys want to see. I was thinking about making the next level have members only live nights. So like $5 a month gets you access to a member only live night. And I've been thinking about making that live night either readings or psychic training. I don't know. I should ask your guys' feedback on the community tab of my site. Because I really want to make it work for you guys. And then I'm going to make one more tier that's like $10 a month. I need to figure out like what you would get for that. But yeah, so those memberships are now up, which is cool because I finally got monetized. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. And a new video this Friday. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the left brain, right brain thing. I know I'm not describing it well now. It's because I haven't recorded it, but once I record things, my ideas come together a little bit better and it makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. I also have, my haunted house video coming up soon. That video is basically, I went to a client's house and she let me film, which was so awesome. But she basically called me up because she was having activity in her home and she wanted me to clear it out. And I basically went in, picked up on what I was picking up on, and I walk you through like my whole, like basically what I do when somebody asks me to come clear out their house. So if you can't have me come to your house, you can still do these tips and tricks to kind of clear the spirits out of your home. But it's cool because I was able to film the whole night when I was there. So it's like my own mini ghost hunter show that I crappily filmed of myself. I was like both filming and trying to like do the work. They knew that. They were totally cool with it. Anyway. That's coming up. And then I also have a psychometry. This is how I know I'm done for the night. Throwing cards. I also have a psychometry video coming up. How to read using psychometry. So that's like picking up objects and getting psychic information through touch. And then I also did an automatic drawing video. And that is it's very similar to automatic writing, but it's using art and drawing to pick up messages from your guides. And it's like reading the symbols and like looking at the art in all sorts of different ways to see like what your guides are trying to communicate to you. And that one I've wanted to do for a really long time. But yeah, those are all, I have all sorts of new videos coming your way. I'm so excited. And I have like 10 pages of new videos. I feel like I'm just talking to myself at this point. But if you're interested, you can listen to me blab. This is why I mostly do pre-recorded videos, or else you guys would be like, oh my gosh, get to the point, Lauryn. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you all next Tuesday. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. You guys all mean the world to me because you're helping me do what I want to do full time by liking my videos, by even leaving comments, by sharing. All of that stuff helps my channel be seen. It helps YouTube understand that this kind of content is wanted, and it helps push it out to more people. And I can't wait till I'm doing this basically full time for you guys. Thank you, Kelly. Thanks, Lori. I'm excited. Goodbye, Ian. Thank you guys. Okay, I'm gonna get off because I'm so sweaty. All right, bye. Thank you guys. Let's see if I can end it.